So Trump got immensely triggered by AOC saying that he should be impeached over his illegal and offensive strike against Iran, a country that didn't attack us and wasn't building a nuke. And man, he unleashed. But this is classic, like, I don't know, man. He really lost a step. This is like stream of consciousness all over the fucking place. Can't help but, since he's attacking AOC, his mind goes, minority. She's a minority. So then he like goes off on every other minority congressperson because he's a dumb old racist. So here, let me walk you through it. Stupid AOC. By the way, great way to start. You're stupid. You're stupid. Stupid AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, one of the dumbest people in... Why is that in quotes? Why is that in quotes? Nobody said that. Is now calling for my impeachment despite the fact that the crooked and corrupt Democrats have already done that twice before. Yeah, you know what? They should have done it fucking 48 times. The reason for her rantings is all of the victories that the USA has had under the Trump administration. The Democrats aren't used to winning, and she can't stand the concept of our country being successful again. When we examine her test scores, we will find out that she is not qualified for the office, but nevertheless far more qualified than Crockett, who is a seriously low IQ individual, or Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country, yet the failed country that she comes from doesn't have a government, is drenched in crime and poverty, and is rated one of the worst in the world. By the way, sorry, Stiggy's playing with a chew toy behind me, as you can see, and it's kind of loud. I don't know if you could hear it. But notice, so it's attack AOC, but then he goes, oh, you know who's dumber than her? The ones who have even darker skin than her. It's Jasmine Crockett. It's Ilhan Omar. It is screaming from the statement. Like, I am an old, idiotic bigot. Please, I'm a bigot. Understand that about me. Also, I find it particularly hilarious, him talking about anybody else's test scores. Like, let's be serious. This guy's a fucking dumbass. Like, he's a dumb... Remember the whole thing in the first term? I did it. I took a test. I did amazing. It was like, person, camera, elephant, TV. And I said, person, camera, elephant, TV. And they said, sir, you're a genius. Oh my God. This is so sad. How dare the mouse tell us how to run... The mouse? Tell us how to run the United States of America. We're just now coming back from the radical left experiment with Sleepy Joe and Kamala. Oh, please. And the auto pen in charge. What a disaster it was. AOC should be forced to take the cognitive test that I just completed at Walter Reed Medical Center as part of my physical. As the doctor in charge said, President Trump aced it, meaning I got every answer right. Instead of her constant complaining, Alexandria should go back home to Queens, where I was also brought up, and straighten out her filthy, disgusting, crime-ridden streets in the district she represents, and which she never goes to anymore. Oh, please. She better start worrying about her own primary. She does a town hall all the time. She's there all the time. She better start worrying about her own primary. Oh, please. Because before she thinks about beating our great Palestinian senator, crying Chuck Schumer. Oh, my God. Whose career is definitely on very thin ice. She and her Democrat friends have just hit the lowest poll numbers in congressional history. That's not true at all. So go ahead and try impeaching me again. Make my day. Oh, he's probably talking about the overall Democratic number, not AOC's in particular. I love this because the fact that, first of all, it's afraid. That's the first point. Second point is, you are making her even bigger and more popular by doing this. Every Democrat and lefty in the country is now going, I love AOC. By the way, she fired back. Ready? Mr. President, don't take your anger out on me. I'm just a silly little girl. Take it out on whoever convinced you to betray the American people and our Constitution by illegally bombing Iran and dragging us into war. It only took you 5 months to break almost every promise you made. Damn, son. But I got more. JD Vance says, I wonder if other VPs had as much excitement as I do. Laughing emoji. JD Vance tweets like a fucking overly emotional teenage girl. No disrespect to teenage girls who are way more put together than JD Vance. But I cannot stand his fucking soy-lennial tweeting. I can't take it. I wonder if other VPs had as much excitement as I do. First of all, I love this response, the meme of him looking like a fucking... I mean, I love all the JD Vance memes. We got a story on that coming, I think, tomorrow about there was a Norwegian tourist who was deported for having this meme on his phone, which says everything about this fucking horrific regime. But Thomas Massey also replied to this, and he said, ask Mike Pence about his last month in office. In other words, yeah, other VPs had quite a bit of excitement. MAGA tried to hang Mike Pence. Then you have AOC chiming in here. Maybe that's because you advised the president to illegally bomb Iran. And by the way, AOC in this moment is riding high, y'all. Why? Because AOC and Bernie Sanders endorsed Zoran Mamdani. all the experts said, oh, Zoran's probably not going to win. It's going to be Cuomo. Only one of 32 polls had Zoran winning in the first round of voting for the ranked choice voting system in New York. Guess what? He won in the first round. So now, shot across the bow to the establishment. The Democratic establishment is shook. The left is rising. Zoran dominated. And AOC also gets some of the credit for that because she went out there and endorsed him, supported him aggressively. And so she's riding high, dog. She's riding high. I got one more for you. So this, I guess, was, what does she do? Did she do Instagram? TikTok? I guess Instagram Live or something. Here we go.
He wanted to pick a fight with me. Little old me. And he's going to lose that. So maybe don't send our country into war when the vast majority of Americans, Republican, Democrat, and Independent, don't want us randomly bombing countries because you're in some type of mood. They're not even briefing Congress. Congress was supposed to have a classified briefing today, and they canceled it last minute. It's giving scrambling. It's giving disorganized. It's giving they are having problems behind the scenes. And by also not even briefing Congress on a bipartisan basis, please understand that this is Trump's war. This is a Republican war. I think war is bad, like just in general.
She's not stopping. She's leaning in. And I fucking love it. The more Trump attacks her, the more J.D. Vance attacks her, the better off she is, the more her poll numbers will go up, the more she leans into the fight, the more the base will love her. There was a time in the past where I thought, I don't know if she has the chops to actually win not only a Democratic primary for president, but the general election. But man, has she stepped up her game massively in the second Trump regime. It is glorious to behold, and I can't wait to see more of it. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.